Okay, let's see. Alright, this is the beginning of a story I'm writing about my time in Amherst years ago in Hadley. I can still recall the very day I left Fall River, against both my parents' and my brother's wishes, to start anew in the western part of the state. I had gone down to the local Fall River registry and purchasing a photo ID from one of the registry officers there within. I was given by my landlord, a great human being as far as not only my own self but everyone else was concerned, a ride to the bus station that set its wings across the street from Lizzie Borden's bed and breakfast. I had a suitcase full of clothes and books in tow, and when the bus to the big old city of Worcester drew up alongside me, I all aboarded the long trip that would eventually plant me on the bus depot bench in downtown Amherst. The big-time switchover was made in Worcester, and thereafter, following a half-hour's jaunt to the small city town of Amherst, the bus driver, dropping me off at the bus depot, disappeared into the cool breeze early autumn night. A young girl was sitting on the bus depot bench also, and thereupon, following a minute or three of erstwhile silence, she said to me, for what appeared at the time to be no apparent reason, "See those window shutters across the street near the erstwhile bookstore?" "Yes, I see them," I advised her. "See the way the wind keeps banging them fore and aft and to and fro?" "Yes, I do," I told her, not taking into consideration that she might have been using those window shutters across the street from us as a metaphor for something else. Then, following another stretch of unair-conditionable silence, she erstwhile to me in an inquisitive voice, "What do you do for a living?" "I collect Social Security. I've been collecting it since maybe 1985. Another minute and a half passed, and she, wishing me good Godspeed, was on her erstwhile way down the sharp front store street, windowed street, in the direction of Sunderland. Eventually, that same night, I found myself sleeping the next 6-7 hours on an air-conditioned mattress loaned to me temporarily by my near-toward neighbors. When they moved out, perhaps so much as a mere and mighty year and a half later, Molotov moved in with his older wife and erstwhile stepson in tow. Molotov, a dead ringer he was for the late Charles Manson, carried about with him wherever he went an aura of pure, mysterious evil, ebbed with just a dash of inexplicable good. Perhaps the third or fourth time I crossed paths with him, he showed me a blow-up photo of his first Vietnam kill, saying something so disgusting to my horrified and erstwhile listening self that it seemed as if to me to be the voice of some hornhead butcher riding a canoe in the boiling mists of Dante's Inferno. By this point in time, I had become good friends with Vespelia Vermontina, an elderly lady who, living one door nearer to the apartment plaza parking lot from me, seemed to me to need a lot of help getting by. Her last surviving brother having quite recently passed away. She would spend the whole of each passing afternoon sitting by her lank and lonesome kitchen window. I would try to visit for perhaps a half hour's amount of time each passing day. Molotov, meanwhile, began visiting, besides my own recoiling self, the elderly lady living erstwhile next door to Vespelia. Her name was Lonnie. One apartment from Lonnie lived in utter ostracized seclusion, the dark hallway-eyed Barabus. A brief while after Molotov showed up, Henry moved in with his slightly older sister, Meredith, in tow. And this is the first few pages of the book. My time spent in Western Mass.